a September day it is in Ottawa for this fourth meeting of the season between the Montreal Roses and the host Ottawa Rapid FC. The fans rolling into TD Place Stadium, ready to take on this matchup between rivals. The close proximity of cities, of course. I'm Signa Butler alongside former Canadian Youth International Jess Lisi on CBC Gem. Let's start with the home side and their player to watch, Florence Belzile.
This has been a player that's really grown into her own, Signa. Every opportunity she gets, she steps up and proves her quality. She's got great pace. She puts herself in dangerous spots. She has this bravery in her attack at such a young age. And the last time these two teams met, she was the one that was assisting both goals that made the difference and put Ottawa on top.
Great finishing. DB Pridham, by the way, has goals in every meeting against Montreal this season. But Belzile getting the starting nod today back in the lineup. It's an embarrassment of riches for Katrina Peterson to have such great wing players in her lineup.
Without a doubt, Belzile is a player that stepped up. There's so many players. There's Downing, there's Friedland. There's so many players we can talk about that have played such a big impact.
Well, you mentioned two of them right there, Belzile and Downing coming back in replace of Friedland and Golan. The back line remains the same. 7 clean sheets on the season for Ottawa. Here's center back, Susanna Holland. Susanna, even though there's 7 games left in the season, you're in good position in the standings, but it's extremely tight. Are you feeling that sense of urgency towards the end of the regular season?
Yeah, I think, of course, we're starting to feel that more today, as there's not many games left and we want to get to the playoffs. So, of course, we feel more pressure now than we've done previous in the season, but pressure is a privilege, so we're ready.
Montreal is a high-energy team. How do you, as a defender, contain them and eliminate their threats?
Yeah, there's no doubt about the fact that Montreal is a very strong team, very good in their transactions and just hard to defend. But I think last game when we played them, we were very disciplined. So I think that's the main thing to keep in mind, to be disciplined and focused and do whatever we can to protect our own goal.
Thanks for this, Susanna, and good luck today.
Thank you very much.
As for the Montreal Roses, their last 4 games, lots of offensive creation, Jess, but maybe that lack of clinical finishing.
Yeah, they need to step it up today. You're seeing 19 shots on target, but there was 58 total shots from them. That's a 33% shot on target rate. It has to be better. They have to pick it up. So today's going to be big.
Inserting Claire Monyard into the lineup. She came off the bench last match and ended up adding a bit of a spark to their game. Maybe it's the same today?
Yeah, and she's a player that we've seen come off the bench for them consistently. But in the moments that she's come out, she's brought energy. That has impacted the players around her. That's brought them up. And she's a player that's looking for her first goal. So hopefully that comes for her today.
So Monyard into the starting 11. Apparently she's got a screamer with both feet, according to Coach Robert Rosatoyu. A change in lineup formation. It's a 4-2-3-1. Away from their regular 4-4-2. Anna Karpenko back in goal for them. And the back line stays the same, except Megan Sauvé sliding into left back. Ali Hess back in the midfield to start this match. Ali, these two teams are tied in the standings. Obviously, the two cities in close proximity to each other. Does that add a little bit of spice to this rivalry today?
I think there's spice in every game at this point, right? I mean, we're entering the playoff run at this point. Every game is a good game. All these teams in this league are good teams. So, sure, there's spice. There's spice here. There's spice in the next game. I think we'll face a lot of spice.
Your team has been generating chances, but maybe not converting those goals. How do you, as a midfielder, unlock some of those chances for your team?
Yeah, I think it's awesome that we're creating those chances. And like you said, we have to be clinical in the final third. For us as midfielders, can we stay connected with our front attack and be those facilitators and connect with them and hopefully add to the creating chances and the goal scoring. So, yeah, we're looking to stay connected both sides of the ball. But, yeah, finish our chances today.
Appreciate your time, Ali, and good luck today.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, at this juncture of the season, right now at the top of the table, AFC Toronto with 38 points, but it is tight as usual, Jess. You look at Ottawa, you look at Montreal, and that goal differential being basically the main difference.
And we've seen a lot of movement amongst this top four throughout the season, which has made it very interesting. But as you said, Signa, you're seeing Montreal and Ottawa tight right now. They're even in points, but that goal differential is what is kicking in right now, keeping Ottawa ahead. So Montreal really needs to pick it up, find that preciseness, find that clinical last action to really make a name for themselves in the end of the season.
Well, kickoff is straight ahead when we return at TD Place Stadium. It's the Roses and Rapid on CBC Gem from Ottawa.
Spot, she has this
Jess Lisi. I'm Signa Butler, and glad to bring you the action today from TD Place Stadium. For each team, Jess, if you had one line to say they need to do, I know it's narrowing things down. What would you say?
I don't know if I can keep it that short, Signa, but I think that for Ottawa, they have to be able to take control when they're on the ball this time. Last time, their defensive work really did the job and helped them win. So that's more than one line, but I think they have to do the work on both sides of the ball today, be in control when they're on it. For Montreal, it's about being precise and finishing that final action to really put themselves on the board.
So that's what's at stake today. Both of these teams sit third, the Ottawa Rapid do, and fourth, the Montreal Roses. So they're inside that playoff line. The top four teams make the playoffs in the NSL. Tied with points, but the goal differential well in the favor of the Ottawa Rapid. But here come the Roses on first attack. Lori Thibault, the cross in. Harris knocking it out of bounds. So we'll see a corner kick here early for the Roses.
This is great by Boychuk coming off the front and playing through to Thibault to get something out of this. Harris obviously doing a very good job at not allowing that cross in and denying them an opportunity.
Charlotte Bilbao on the corner for the Montreal Roses. See the large presence in goal, Melissa Dagenet of Ottawa. Headed by Stephanie Hill, not out of danger. Pridham, back defensively. And Mina Lee in attack. Downing. Tried a shot on goal, blocked by Sauvé. Downing working to give and go with DB Pridham. Chu, cross in. And Whitaker defends well. Gets it out of that penalty area.
You're seeing that intensity that Ottawa's already bringing in those transitional moments. They're not allowing Montreal to clear that ball. They're collecting the second ball and creating dangerous opportunities.
Pridham get a early header on goal just outside. You mentioned DB Pridham, somebody that certainly Robert Rosatoyu and his squad will have an eye on today. She has scored in every meeting of the season. Has 4 goals, in fact, in those 3 matches. Hill back to Karpenko, back after missing a few games due to a concussion. Katrina Peterson being put to work, gathering balls on the sideline.
At least she's doing it in style, Signa.
Oh, she is. Coach Katrina Peterson from Denmark. Member of their Football Hall of Fame, if I'm not mistaken. Great battle between Tanya Boychuk and Desiree Scott. Going the way of the Ottawa Rapid.
Two players that are not going to back down. They both love a physical battle and are going to attempt to come out on top. Desi getting lucky in that one and coming out on the better end.
So both of these teams, you see Ottawa with possession right now in those blue jerseys, going from left to right on your screen. Both teams playing in that 4-2-3-1 formation. Bit of a change for Montreal today, who are wearing their white with red shorts. Going from right to left on your screen.
Defensively, you are seeing them still sit in that 4-4-2, though, very comfortably, trying to stay tight between their lines. That was something that they struggled with in their last matchup versus Vancouver. They weren't able to stay connected, a little bit too distanced, and that allowed Vancouver to break them down in moments where it could have been better. So today for Montreal, defensively, it's also going to be key to stay tight, not only within your lines, but between them as well.
Referee for today's game, Anne-Marie Canuel. Whitaker gets a foot on it to Hill. And back to Karpenko. And goal kick, the Rapid one at a corner there.
The decision-making needs to be quicker from Sauvé there, as well as just amongst that back line. There isn't time, there isn't space. That's exactly what got them into trouble the last two times these teams met. Ottawa is a team that applies a very organized press, and they pick their moments of when to apply that pressure, which leads them to get a lot of dangerous opportunities. So Montreal has to be very precise in their passing and their decision-making coming out of the back today.
Hill manages to slide tackle, get that away from Mina. Hess. Back in that starting 11. Adds so much of that holding midfield position for Montreal. Cherim. Escaping out of the pressure. Boychuk releasing Thibault. Back to Boychuk. Boychuk tried to have a shot on goal, blocked by Harris.
You're seeing the threat that Boychuk presents. She comes off the front, but it's always her second movement that makes her so dangerous. Defenders typically are going to let you go after your initial pass. She spins out, she finds the ball once again, obviously puts herself in a position to try to get a shot off. She ends up shooting it into the defenders, but she's always in a position to make something dangerous happen for her team, whether she's the one getting that final shot off or passing it off to someone else.
Harris to Belzile. Belzile tried to pop it into DB Pridham, and Karpenko came off her line, knocked that down in the nick of time.
There has to be better communication there, Signa, between Sauvé and Thibault. Who is going? As a fullback, you have to decide whether or not it's worth it for you to step out and really apply that pressure. So that communication aspect needs to be there on who's going to step to avoid that early pass.
And once again, it was Belzile releasing Pridham, which we saw 2 times in our pregame show. The last time these two teams met.
Could have been a bit of deja vu there.
Yeah, August 16th, a 2-0 win for Ottawa. Their first win over Montreal this season. These two teams have played 3 previous times. Sorry, this is their 4th meeting of the season. 5th meeting of the season. I'll get it right. I'll get it right, Jess. 2 wins for Montreal, a draw, and a win for Ottawa. I've got it right now. Chu turning.
Well done.
Back all the way to Dagenet. Nice spell of possession, and Belzile getting the edge on Sauvé, and Sauvé tackled. Timely one. Out for a corner kick. So nice build-up by Ottawa, and nice defending by Sauvé.
That's well done by Sauvé defensively. You're seeing Hill get pulled out here, which leaves them with a back 3. So this is good recognition from Ottawa. I believe that's Gibson that plays that ball over to Belzile, who's going forward with pace. But Sauvé doing a very good job to stay on her feet and deflect that ball away from danger.
Hyo-Ju Chu with the outswinging corner kick. Just under 10 minutes in this opening half. Headed away by Hill. Harris. Crossing it back to Chu. Chu's cross, headed over top of the goal. And DB says, find my head. Mina's header just went over the bar.
Seen another look at it here. The quality of Chu. She looks up, she picks her moment, just a touch with the outside of her right foot, and she finds Mina's head. It looks like Prida might have been arguing that it went off of a Montreal defender there.
Capadonna. Cross to Bilbao. Dropping in deep, Bilbao.
And that's something we commonly see with Montreal. They build out in a back 3. In this moment, you're seeing Bilbao drop, and you're seeing Hill push out a little wider with Capadonna in the middle, and both Sauvé and Whitaker really getting forward to apply numbers forward for Montreal, excuse me.
Monyard. Holding up, making sure that Boychuk was not offside. Keeps possession out to Hess and Whitaker on this right flank. Cherim and Chu, the 2 South Korean internationals, up against each other.
It's going to be a fun one to watch.
Oh, yeah. A nice cross in. Dagenet off her line.
Cherim has already made such a big impact in the short time she's been with the Roses.
Pridham. Cutting back, Pridham. Tried a shot. Blocks. And out to Monyard. Arpenko. Playing up the pitch. See that press coming for Montreal.
mentioned the press, Signa, and that's something that Coach Russell Toyu mentioned to us in his team needing to recognize at moments when to go and when to just hold and resettle themselves and then choose the moment again when to go. And Ottawa's a team that's very good. They're organized, they play the ball around the back, so you definitely have to pick your moments so that they aren't able to break you down if your timing is just slightly off of when to press. Want to make note of Mina's movement. Obviously that didn't go her way, a bit of an off touch, but she's somebody that is always floating and finding open spaces, wants the ball. And if she doesn't get the ball, she's opening up a ton of space for her teammates.
Call it midfield here. Capadonna will take ownership of that free kick. Under immediate pressure. Sauvé trying to find some space. Picked off by Gibson. And Belzile has some room on this right flank. Going 1v1 against Hill. Some jersey tugging going on. And the touch going out for a goal kick.
Hill doing well to use her size there and just body Belzile off the ball. Just send her a little bit off balance, because we do know what Belzile can do when you do give her the time and space. Whether she's getting the ball in the box, you don't want Pridham getting on it. So well done by Hill there.
Hill, such growth since her first goal in a Roses uniform, May 25th against Ottawa. Former McGill University star and All-Canadian.
You've seen her confidence grow as well from game to game, even just there, taking on Mina in that very tight space and doing it in a very calm and collected way.
Before you might have seen a panicked pass, and now
Absolutely.
Just resolute in keeping the ball. Julia Lees, by the way, back available for today's match, who started the year at center back. Bilbao playing over top. Boychuk heading it back, looking for Monyard. So 15 minutes into this match, 0-0. I see a few rain slickers and umbrellas out. We knew there was a chance of rain. 16 degrees today in Ottawa, but a 30 to 40% chance of rain around 1 o'clock, so rain coming a little bit early.
Were you a fan of playing in rain?
No, I hated it.
I didn't mind it on grass. I didn't mind it on grass. I know those people that slide tackle love it.
Yes.
I was not a slide tackle person. I can tell you
did
that.
the occasional slide tackle, but
I believe it.
I don't know.
I got slide tackled.
Won by Belzile. Looking for DB, diagonal run. Montreal back in numbers though. Pridham. The cross in, but Hess. Great IQ in the right place. Scott opens up. And back to Liv Scott. Monyard winning back. And Thibault in attack. Playing the advantage, Montreal. Bilbao wasn't going to hold up. We're looking for Whitaker. The
final pass is not coming together for them at this specific moment, but the buildup is there. You're seeing that level of patience that's also needed. It's not just forcing the ball into spaces and into players. So there is some good from Montreal right now in the attack. You're seeing some great buildup. That final action still has to really come together for them. And I would say it's the same for Ottawa right now. You're seeing great moments, dangerous opportunities created, but that final action is not quite come together.
Back to Karpenko. And the slick turf, got to watch that. Both teams trying to get a handle on that. The rain just starting to come down at TD Place Stadium. Barnyard looking across. Scott. Hess. Broken up by Belzile. Capadonna goes through the back of Pridham and moves forward with the ball. Sauvé, cross in. Capadonna gives it away. So back and forth as these teams ease their way into this match.
We're seeing both teams create opportunities just to be broken up in that final moment by their opponent, whether that's Hess collecting a ball and being in the right position, collecting a cross, or some good 1v1 defending on Ottawa's side to break up Montreal's good build-up.
Foul on Chu. And referee Anne-Marie Canuel will just brief Chu on maybe not getting so aggressive. Chu with 3 yellow cards this year. Sauvé getting forward. Mina to DB.
You're seeing Boychuk try to come off the front and collect that ball, but there isn't enough numbers below her in the right positioning for her to just lay that ball off and spin out. Right now she's coming off of it, she has pressure on her back, and it's causing her to slip up on the ball and lose it because of that. Her and Monyard really have to play off of each other as well if a Hess and a Bilbao are not an option in that exact moment.
Scott squeaks the pass to Belzile. Mina, lovely first touch, tried to squeak a pass through to DB Pridham, but swept away by Haley Whitaker.
She took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to comment on how great that touch was. She was able to touch that ball to break that line. You're going to see another look at it here. Belzile again looking up, and a fantastic pass into Mina. That first touch beating Hill, and she attempts to play that through, but Whitaker doing well to read that and clear it.
Scott going one-on-one. Back to Desiree Scott, and she'll be offside. Desiree Scott in less familiar territory as a holding midfielder, although she does have that goal from the first game of the season.
It's a great little build-up by her, and she makes that second run. Obviously, she's just slightly offside, but it's a great run, a good give and go between her and Mina.
Two of the leaders on the team, Desiree Scott, of course the Winnipeg native, longtime Canadian national team player. 188 caps, played her final cap back in Winnipeg in May. And Mina, former Korean Player of the Year, 83 caps for country. And still at, look at Mina at 33, still playing some of the best football of her career. And Desiree Scott, of course, the glue, as Katrina Peterson calls, of this team at 38. Sauvé has such a nice connection with Boychuk, the two co-captains. Sliding through to Monyard. Has to get there and can't get there in time.
It's a good idea. You're seeing the energy. You're seeing that hard work ethic that I mentioned in the pregame show from Monyard. Whitaker seeing it just slightly over hit. It's also a slick pitch, so that does just run away from her in the end.
Sauvé. Bilbo recognizing she can turn. Back to Dagenet.
Hearing Boychuk really drive that structure, telling them to drop and when it's good. Just another aspect to her leadership, how vocal she is.
And the release pass just off from Stella Downing. Chu throw. Ball too far over top. Back to Karpenko. Both of these goalies today, up-and-coming goalies if you look in terms of age and where they're at in the world of Canadian football. But Anna Karpenko, 23 from Richmond Hill, Ontario. Melissa Dagenet, 24 from Saint-Hubert, Quebec. Both of them have been called into Canadian national team camps in the past. So, Canadian national team coach Casey Stoney has been dropping in at all of these NSL setups and seeing how people are doing. So.
Yes, and they're absolutely both keepers that have quality, and we've seen it on display multiple times this season.
Whitaker knocking that out of touch with Chu in hot pursuit. And a slick ball, as you see. Downing. It's the cross in. Gibson has a strike from far out and bounces off Karpenko, and Capadonna out for a corner kick, and Capadonna shaken up.
Luckily that redirected away from goal, but you see the hunger from Ottawa here to not let this ball get cleared out. Gibson does well to get this back in. It deflects. Karpenko tries to get that out. It ends up hitting, I believe, Capadonna in the face. At least from that angle, that's what it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That was my sound effect. Chu on the corner kick. In swinging. Punched away by Karpenko. Harris trying to keep it alive.
It's well done by Karpenko.
And Boychuk, well done by her to chase down that ball. Never gives up on a ball, Tanya Boychuk. Plays in Cherim, taken down. Cherim coming over to this left side. And some vocal Montreal fans who have making the trip didn't like that.
Let's see another look at it. Pulls out some crafty footwork. There's absolutely a foul in that. Downing getting all of Cherum's ankle and none of the ball.
So Downing taking a few breaths, knowing she got away with one there. Sauvé earns a corner kick.
We've seen Sauvé be very active in this role today. She's getting forward, she's finding people's feet, she's also driving forward on her own to create space for her teammates. So far, a very active performance from her.
Even at corner kicks in this early stage of the game. Bilbao taking this one. Headed away by Harris. Whitaker closed down quickly by Downing. Harris back to Scott.
It's good defensive work by Montreal, not to allow that out.
Gibson electing to go back to Jaleesa Harris. Harris anchoring that back line all season. Downing. A little too far for Pridham.
Just to rewind that ball by Harris, that's something that she's proven this season to be able to do, and it's been helpful, whether that's right over the top and assisting a goal, or she's able to switch that point of attack. And that's something that Montreal definitely has to be aware of, that they're not overly stretched, because she has the ability to hit that diagonal as well as straight ball over the top.
Harris there being closed down by Cherym Chu. Pridham not given much space early in this game, that's for sure. For Bilbao goes to Belzile. Final entry pass wasn't there. A little frantic at times. Pridham laying off to Gibson, nearly got it through to Mina Lee.
A lot of back and forth right now, Signa.
And Scott was feeling that tackle and late to get back. Boychuk retrieves. Cherym to Whitaker. Goes by Downing, the cross in. Downing doesn't get rid of it. Does well to get it out. Pridham lets it ride. And off goes DB Pridham. It's DB Pridham against three. She's got Belzile just a little long, and Hill gets out for the tackle. It will be an Ottawa corner.
This all starts off, Signa, with some good defending by Downing. She doesn't give up here. Whitaker's right on her. You think it's getting away from her, but she continues to fight, gets up, looks up and recognizes that she's able to find Pridham, who's on the run. And Pridham does well to continue to drive forward, but Hill coming across at the last second to really shut things down.
Chu at the corner. Nearly flicked on by Desiree Scott, and again, I think off the face of Capadonna.
I was going to say she did a very good job at not allowing. Oh,
okay.
Didn't go Desi Scott's way.
Let's see. Let's take another look.
Yeah, that's most definitely another corner kick. Straight off the face of Capadonna there.
And Ottawa Rapid bench picked up a yellow card. See fourth official Ali Martin discussing that with head coach Katrina Peterson, whether that was given to her or her assistant. Pass off by Bilbao.
Ottawa's making it very difficult for Montreal to be able to break out from that back line and play comfortably.
And that's a corner kick, so Ottawa does get theirs just a few minutes later. Chu once again with the delivery. Headed away by Capadonna. Harris. Wide to Chu. Trying to spring Belzile, just too long.
It's a good idea. Ball not quite coming together for them, but Belzile recognizing that that diagonal's on, a little slip ball through from Chu, and you're on your way. You're potentially getting another shot on goal.
Minutes to play in this first half. TD Place Stadium. You're watching the NSL on CBC Gem, presented by BMO, the official bank of the Northern Super League. 0-0 is where we stand right now. Waiting for the first breakout of this game. Ottawa on the attack. Pridham doesn't like that. Her team's in attack, and there's Mina Lee into the arms of Karpenko.
We're seeing that frustration from Pridham, but here's another look at this first. Well done by Downing to get this ball out to Chu. Nice little slip ball through. Mina once again floating in those dangerous spaces. She's just not able to cut that back far enough. But I was just going to make comment on, Pridham's getting frustrated, and this is something that is going to be her reality for the remainder of the season. Teams are not going to let her move freely. They're going to try to get under her skin. And because she draws so much attention, that opens up a lot of space for her teammates. So that's something she's going to have to use to her advantage. As frustrating as it is, being a back-to-goal player, you're going to get those shoves from time to time.
Chu, long leading pass. Gets by Whitaker and does go down. So a free kick from just outside the penalty area.
Chu with some fancy footwork there, a mag. And you see that grab by Whitaker. Chu really selling it, though. I give it to her. There definitely was some contact there. So I think that's the right call signal. But Chu made sure to sell that.
Chu and Mina on the ball. Almost like a mini corner here for Ottawa. Three in the wall for Montreal. Chu. Far post, Pridham, the header, up high! And up high was Anna Karpenko.
Karpenko doing well to go straight up and collect that. That could have been very dangerous from that distance, whether Chu curls that in or again finds someone like Pridham to head that back towards goal.
So far, pretty even between these two teams in terms of possession. What do you make of Montreal switching formation, the 4-2-3-1?
I think they're doing pretty well in it. It's something they're getting those numbers forward. They're still building with getting a player like Sauvé forward. So again, they're typically used to having numbers on that back line. You know they want to shoot them forward in a 4-4-2, but you're still seeing that fluidity in this formation from them. Getting a Whitaker, getting a Sauvé forward into the box. So you're not seeing too much of a difference in their play. But I think overall they've done well with it. Boychuk coming off the front.
Cherim, long cross in, Dagenet.
I would like to see a bit more connection between Boychuk and Monyard though. Some more combination play playing off of each other, whether one comes off, one breaks. Sometimes they're occupying the same place off the front.
Belzile, not many options. Does get out of it though. Belzile, that 21-year-old, growing up in Winnipeg and Ottawa. Joined the team late out of Nebraska. She played for the Cornhuskers, and Trina Peterson talked about patience that young players often need, and she's really been working on that and earning her way into the starting 11 again today. Her 6th start of the season. Scott under pressure from Monyard. Still lives Scott. Moving forward directly, the pass going through all the way back to Karpenko. Gibson sliding it through to Chu. Chu has some options, some chances here. Chu takes it herself. And Hill arguing, but she did kick the ball out of bounds after the whistle was blown. That's a delay of game.
This is well done by Ottawa to occupy that space as Whitaker's pulled out. Chu continuing to drive forward. She strikes this. It does hit Pridham, who is slightly offside. And this is where you see Hill just kick it right out of bounds. Yeah, she can't really argue on that one.
Some frustration with herself. Making her 11th start of the season for Robert Rosatoyu's squad. Hess working in combination with Bilbao. Harris clearing it up the pitch. Less than 5 minutes to play in this opening half from TD Place Stadium. Decent crowd on hand, even though we saw a little bit of rain. The rain has gone away. Great family affair. If you haven't got out to a Northern Super League game across these 6 cities, you got to do it.
They're all true fans, Signa.
True
Some
fans.
rain won't
Nope.
scare you away.
That's right.
If it does, you're not a true fan.
During that stoppage in play, Florence Belzile given a yellow card, so keep an eye on that. A few yellows given out today. Pridham trying to play that off the ground. Cleared by Sauvé. Well headed by Capadonna. That could have been trouble there. Thibault switched over to this right side. Chu. Downing, turning. Laying through. She had two players, just a little bit too much heat on that pass.
Downing doing well to occupy that space, come off the front. She created just enough distance between her and Whitaker. Whitaker not choosing to step, and that opens up a lot of space in behind for players like Mina and Pridham to break.
Capadonna to Hill. Cher Rim has come over to this left side, probably trying to escape the defensive clutches of Chu. Provide a different look on this side. Sauvé finding Boychuk. Turns against Holland. Some physical play, and that will not continue. That'll be a foul on Susanna Holland.
Sauvé doing well to find Boychuk again. That's been something that's happened frequently in this first half. Yeah, just a bit of a shove there from Holland in the back of Boychuk.
And if that card's to Mina Lee, that's her fourth yellow of the season. So some concern down the stretch, right, with yellow card accumulation?
Absolutely, there has to be, you have to pick your moments sometimes. Is it worth mouthing off? Is it worth getting that last word into the referee? They are the ones that, ultimately are in charge of how many yellows you're getting at the end of the day. So sometimes you got to be smart as you wind up your yellow card count.
So a free kick, late free kick here. Bilbao and Sauvé. And the referee, Canuel, will have some words with some of the physicality going on at the top of the 18. One minute of added time. Ball floated in. Off the head of Hill. Stoppage in that first half.
We're seeing Montreal now start a little higher up, choosing their moments to pounce here in a press.
Harris, flick on by Mina, looking
Cheeky.
to, yes, the definition of. Too many yards there. Chu scoops it up to Downing. And that was read by Cherim. Cherim streaking forward. Can Cherim create something with Tanya Boychuk in front of her? Cherim turns. Broken up by Downing. And that's the opening 45 minutes. Jess, quick thought on what you saw through the first half.
I thought overall it was quite even. Both teams were picking moments and creating dangerous opportunities, but that final pass not coming together for them. Not enough dangerous chances created, I would say, on goal. The goalkeepers were not tested in this first half, so I'd love to see that heading into the second half. But overall, both teams really showing a lot of heart and grit.
So at TD Place Stadium, it's 0-0 between the visiting Montreal Roses and the home side Ottawa Rapid. The fifth meeting of the season between these two teams. We'll have our halftime show straight ahead. Let's start with the Ottawa Rapid.
So we're gonna rate some X, soccer X. You're gonna use your cards. Green is like, not a problem. Yellow is like, it's not great. Red is like jail, like no, never.
Got it.
Okay. So the first one is shin pads over socks.
That's not even a question.
I don't think I've seen that since I was like 3. That's crazy.
Over socks?
Over socks.
How is it even staying?
I've never seen that before.
Like a little 8-year-old?
Yeah, with tape.
No.
Shorts right above the knee.
Jail.
We have some on our team. I won't give it a red.
That's me sometimes.
I know. Some of our teammates.
Overly rolled shorts.
I'm about it.
Because you roll a lot, I feel like. How many rolls?
Not as bad as Stella. I'm a 1 roll.
Okay. I'm a 1 as well. So I'll give yellow.
Yeah.
Training with ankle socks.
Big no.
For me.
Cutting holes at the back of your socks.
It's fine. I feel like that's trendy right now.
Except for they made a new rule that we're not allowed to do it or it's covered with tape. So because of that, that would look terrible. Oh.
Tucking in your shirt.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it because Ellen does it, and I gave her a hard time, and now I feel bad. So
Is it pulled out?
Like if it's all the way around.
But like, is it pulled out? Like, it's loosely tucked or
No.
firmly tucked? Okay.
just sweet.
And over celebrating a goal.
What? I don't think we do it enough.
We love it. We love to see it.
Yeah, we need to pick that up, I think, a bit this season. Like, we're going to do it for sure.
Gotta get the height.
You said ankle socks? I thought you said mid-calf socks.
Oh, no, like literally ankle.
Like, so you don't see the sock at all?
Yeah.
You're fine with that? You say green.
No, yeah, because I thought it was mid-calf.
I can specify.
You're gonna get roasted. You're gonna get roasted for that.
Karpenko.
Karpenko.
Karpenko?
Karpenko. Karpenko. That's so good. Karpenko. Oh, Karpenko. Me. I have no idea.
But Manyard?
Mountain.
La Roche. It's a rock.
Hill?
Hill.
Avec un V.
Chaudron.
No.
Sauvé. Sauvé. Ben ouais. C'est bon ça.
Man. Quiet. Friend.
I have. Oh. Boychuk?
Yeah.
Boy. Oh, Boychuk.
Boy. Good for you. Good for you.
The man. English. It's not me. What? Boychuk?
Yeah, UK.
Oh my god. I didn't even get my own. This sucks.
English.
I don't think I'm gonna get this one. I don't know. Who is that?
Welcome back to the halftime show presented by BMO, the official bank of the Northern Super League at TD Place Stadium. It is 0-0 between the Ottawa Rapid and Montreal Roses FC after 45 minutes. And as for that first half, well, we didn't see any goals, but we did see some positive play from Florence Belzile for the second time against this Montreal Roses team.
Yeah, we spoke about her in the pregame show and the pace she has and the IQ and the recognition, and you're seeing her break the line here. You were seeing her play the early balls in when necessary. She makes sure to be a disturbance on that flank, making it very hard for Montreal. She looks up, she finds those easy passes. She doesn't try to overcomplicate, but when she's able to take you on, she's going to do it.
Escaped danger a few times in that opening half.
She said not one, not two, but three.
As for the Montreal Roses, they had to defend in this half. Montreal pretty comfortable doing it at that as well, keeping DB Pridham with her 16 goals in check.
Yeah, I thought there was a lot of good from Montreal defensively. There was also moments where, you know, they had to pick their moments to step or when to stay, and they decided to stay, and it freed things up. But you're seeing some big tackles from Stephanie Hill constantly. Sauvé stepped up a lot this half as well for them defensively, not letting crosses into the box. You're seeing the physicality from them, the hard work. They always have this sort of swarm and hunt mentality in their press, and it works very well for them. Karpenko also coming up big for them a few times and getting that ball out of the danger zone.
As for the stats, though, very evenly matched. Maybe not the shot category, but the possession. Any tweaks you'd like to see from these two teams in the second half?
Yeah, I think, you know, defensively, as I said, from Montreal, they still have to pick their moments of when to go and when to stay. They are doing well overall, I would say, but that final action needs to be cleaner. They're not on the same page when it comes to connecting. Again, just that final pass. For Ottawa, they're doing well again. Final pass is hurting everyone right now, Signa, but the movement is there. They need to continue to do that and drive forward, and I think we're going to see a goal.
Well, how about this little one taking in the action today? 0-0 is where we stand. We'll have more at our halftime show when we come back. It's been a busy weekend in the NSL. Let's go to Kate McKenna and Amy Walsh to break down last night's Vancouver Rise and Calgary Wild tilt.
Kate McKenna and Amy Walsh with you after a landslide 6-0 victory for the Vancouver Rise over the Calgary Wild. And this was not the result that Calgary wanted, nor was it the start. Veteran defender Michaela Moore goes down minutes into this match, has to leave the game. Amy, what impact do you think that had on this result?
Michaela Moore is a really important leader on this team. It's probably one Maggie Doherty-Howard and then Michaela Moore, but she absolutely stitches together that back line clearly in the way that she leads and also relates back to Steph Vukovic. So she goes down really early. They're already missing Jackie Savitsky kind of deep in that midfield. Sonia steps in, but those were two major pieces missing for the Calgary Wild and just didn't seem like they got off on the right foot in this match.
Well, the big storyline coming into this one was Latifa Abdu. This was her first match for the Rise. Lots of questions about how she would do, how she would fit in, and she answered those questions with an exceptional performance. 2 goals from her. What did you make of her play tonight?
How did she abdo? She did fabulous,
Hey-o.
friends. So, I mean, there was a lot of question marks about how she was going to fit in to a Vancouver Rise team that was already on a 7-match unbeaten streak. You risk kind of upsetting that apple cart, tinkering with the chemistry, but when you've missed a couple games and you're still the 3rd leading scorer in NSL, you find a spot for you. And then she wasted little time putting her stamp on this game, and the tandem and the chemistry, the aforementioned chemistry between she and Jess DiFilippo, who's been that focal point of their attack, and then the dynamic play of Pechersky on one side, Ward on the other, was the perfect combination. So they had this front four that overwhelmed the Calgary Wild, who was already reeling from a mistake early on from their goalkeeper, and they're just able to capitalize, and at will got in behind, linked up with DiFilippo dropping back, and then put an exclamation point of her own with that goal from distance that I'm sure we'll see. But I mean, I really loved what was going on the attack. They were so fluent and so fluid, free-flowing, that it just seemed like they were picking their spots, and it was just, okay, who's up next to score a goal?
And it feels like they're peaking at just the right time, doesn't it?
Absolutely, like a third of the season left to play here, and they're surging into the final matches of this inaugural NSL year.
Well, you brought up Jess DiFilippo. There were question marks about how Abdu's presence would affect her role in the team, but she too was outstanding tonight, including a goal from what seemed like half, Amy.
I know. I mean, I think Nigel called out 35 yards. You repeated it. I think she was maybe still part of the center circle. So maybe she's a little bit beyond it here, but she doesn't touch the ball again. And it's the duel between she and Sonia that just kind of squirts free. And she just takes a glance up, notices that Vukovic is off her line, and takes her chance. It's audacious, but she executes. And that's what we saw all over the pitch from the Vancouver Rise tonight.
An exceptional performance for Jess DiFilippo, an exceptional performance from the Vancouver Rise. And with the win tonight, they extend their unbeaten streak to 8.
And here we're seeing her again, Kate. So you mentioned it at our post game earlier, but it was the goal involvement, the tackle to pass to Abdu, then her own goal, and then screening for another goal. So you won't see that necessarily in the stats, but she was all over the pitch tonight for the Rise.
Well, and this sets us up really nicely for next weekend when the Vancouver Rise match up with league leaders AFC Toronto.
And a look at the other game as well, a much closer affair at Wanderers grounds in Halifax. It was AFC Toronto, top of the table, a 1-0 win there. Esther Okoronkwo with the goal and Sierra Cotillard with the clean sheet. So we're getting towards this third half of the season right now, and we're getting set for kickoff straight ahead from TD Place Stadium. Stay with us.
Program will resume.
That is absolutely world class. Oh my goodness.
Thanks for watching our halftime show presented by BMO, the official bank of the Northern Super League, TD Place Stadium. We will see final words going between Katrina Peterson and her leader on the back line, Jaleesa Harris. It's 0-0 in the nation's capital. Montreal Roses coming together, and we'll see if there's any changes for both teams in this second half. Get that to you shortly. But both teams close first half. And we talked about maybe missing that pass in the final third, but maybe not giving credit to both defenses of each team.
Yeah, both sides have been organized, I would say, for the most part, and choosing their moments of when to step and when to hold, and they have their back. If they are beating one player, there's reinforcement right in behind. So yes, to your point, Signa, I think it's been some good defensive performances from both sides.
The rain has cleared out of the way. It's 16 degrees on this September day. There's DB Pridham, Golden Boot leader this season, so far held off the score sheet. 16 goals on the year, 2 assists. And they've been closing her down every time she touches the ball.
Rightfully so. I wouldn't want Pridham running at my back line or taking a shot on goal.
Can beat you in multiple ways, DB Pridham. And Ottawa will have first possession here. Kang Chae Rim didn't have much space either. Ottawa keeping her in check, the Korean international. Belzile tackled by Bilbao. Sauvé bombing down the left side. Cherim now. Cherim trying to slide through, and Dagenet calling keeper for this rapid team. Able to win that. Back to the Roses.
Some good patience shown by the Roses right now. Need to move the ball with pace to really cause Ottawa to shift and potentially catch them in that switch of play.
Thibault releasing Boychuk, the cross in, going over the head of Dagenet. Right to Sauvé. Oh, she tried the mag against Belzile. She wasn't buying it. Mina out to Hess. Hess looking at goal. Has a shot deflected. Looking up to Pridham. Foot snuck in there, it goes to Boychuk. And stepped in from an offside position.
We've seen Boychuk be very active for Montreal in the first half, coming off the front, wanting the ball back to goal, looking to lay that ball off or spin herself. So she's definitely somebody that Ottawa has to keep an eye on in the second half.
So if you're just joining us, it's Ottawa moving from right to left on your screen in their blue and dark blue kits. Scott able to get the ball through to Belzile. Belzile slipping it through to DB Pridham. Pridham, the cross in! Oh no, and Karpenko tackled by Stella Downing going for that ball, and Karpenko coming off a concussion, so this is a concern for Montreal.
This starts off well. Scott finds Belzile, who does well to come inside with her first touch. She slips this through to Pridham. Looks up, gets this across to Downing, but it looks like Downing's knee or foot might have collided with the back of Karpenko's head there. This is a nice build-up play. Looks like her knee.
So back of the shoulder blade, head area, Karpenko. They'll assess and make sure that this star goalkeeper is fine. The 23-year-old from Richmond Hill, Ontario, and Stella Downing earning a yellow card there and saying, sorry.
Yeah, I think just poor timing. There's no ill intent there, obviously.
Karpenko back up. It's good news for Montreal Roses.
We spoke in Signa about how important those fullbacks are for Montreal when they get forward in the attack. But that's also something that they have to be aware of and balance in those transitional moments. As you're seeing there, that starts because Sauvé is high up and Belzile able to cut inside and then find Pridham and expose that flank area again to get a ball back across. So that balance aspect has to be there as well for Montreal of when your fullbacks are getting up and involved in play.
Holland, slow pass to Harris, takes that well. Montreal will recycle through Karpenko.
Hill continuing to do well and stay on Pridham's back, not giving her any time and space when she's coming off the front.
Back to Karpenko, which Robert Rosatoy was saying Karpenko allows them to stay in possession and break the pressure of their opponents. Although very pleased with all of his goalkeeping this season, Gabriel Lambert coming up big when given the opportunity. Anne-Marie Laroche, great attitude and improvement in practice. Here's DB Pridham. The shot, cross goal, and out.
Another look at it here. Ottawa doing well to step up. Belzile getting on this and once again finding Pridham through. Was able to get a shot off, but just comes across her body too much. Doesn't make good contact with it. Not enough power and accuracy in that one.
Desiree Scott. Out for a throw in.
It's well in by Bilbo.
Being forced backwards by Thibault. Holland. Scott to Harris. Nina's got to get in an onside position. Pridham. Belzile closed down. It's almost like a game of Red Rover there for a second.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Took me a minute to come up with the game there, Jess. It's been a while. Well in by Holland. Ball bouncing. Both teams just trying to find that rhythm. And then maybe that rhythm just hasn't strummed for both teams today.
And both of them are doing well to disrupt the other's build-up. You're seeing those moments, that final pass, the decision is correct, but the execution doesn't quite come across because there is some aspect of really good defending on the other end of it.
Harris, Downing, got stuck in, well done. Chu, early cross, and Karpenko out off her line before DB Pridham could sneak in.
It's a nice ball forward, Downing going into that hard. Chu making that underlapping run. Just a bit difficult there for her to get anything off of it. Ran a bit ahead of her.
Cherim finding Boychuk. Boychuk looking to return the favor. Cleared away by Gibson. Almost 10 minutes gone in this second half. Still waiting our first goal of this game. And first real chance at goal as well. Given away, Thibault, blocked by Downing. Not cleared. Boychuk takes a deflection off, lifts Scott's foot out for a corner kick.
It's well done by both sides. You saw Downing put her body on the line there. She wasn't allowing that shot to come off. Montreal collecting that second ball and winning a corner kick out of it.
Bilbo, short corner.
With me! I'm up again, hold two!
Chirin. Bilbo, Monyard. She can have a strike from distance. That's the kind of shot that Robert Rosatoyu was talking about. And a big save by Dagenet.
We were just talking about it, Signet. We've been wanting to see it. He's mentioned it to us so many times. And that's it on full display. She looks up, body perfectly over the ball and strikes through that so well. But Dagenet comes up big there and keeps it out of the back of the net.
Had a bit of a bend to it as well. So now Ottawa aware of what Monyard can do from distance. Bilbo, corner driven in, headed away by Pridham. Mina Lee, out to Downing. Got that hard in the shin. Substitutions coming into the match. See Mina Lee come out of the game for Julia Benatti as Stella Downing continues to get some medical attention. So Julia Benatti coming in. Looks like Joanna Friedland coming in for Stella Downing, who's down. I think that substitution was pre-injury. Got a real knock in that shin area.
Yeah, it looks like Sauvé's momentum caused her to go connect with Downing's shin or ankle area. She looks to be in quite a bit of discomfort.
So Joanna Friedland into the match, and we talked a little bit ahead of this game about the wing position for Ottawa and the riches that Katrina Peterson has, and having to balance that, juggling these players in and out of the lineup, giving them enough time to see the pitch, develop chemistry, but also develop as players.
And she mentioned, she views it as a privilege because she has the ability to choose from all these different types of players, and depending on the game, which personnel will fit that role the best. But she said all of them she views as equal in quality. They're able to go out there and produce for her. So definitely a coach's dream in one way, without a doubt.
And Julia Benatti, who sees her first touch just there, also adds some depth in that central midfield position. Benatti. Belzil earning a corner kick. Benatti getting by Sauvé. The flag is up by the assistant. Little grab, perhaps.
Benatti's a player that we've seen come off the bench for Ottawa as well as get those minutes in starting roles. But she's somebody that is a little bit sneaky. I've played against her, and she is somebody that you don't want to give that time and space to. If you allow her any, she will hurt you, whether she's playing that through ball through, she's taking a strike from distance, or she's dribbling in and creating something herself. She has those qualities, so she's definitely somebody they have to keep an eye on in that attacking mid-roll.
Scored that Whistler from distance against
Yes.
Vancouver. She hit the crossbar against Halifax.
A bit of a sneak attack there. You don't necessarily
and it won't
expect
be a sneak attack because these teams know about her now, so that's a great thing about this league. We're learning a bit about these players week in and week out. Playing deliverer to Chu. Chu, cross in. Brittam. Tried sort of a half bicycle. Oh, tried a side volley. Swing and a miss that time, but the determination there from the Golden Boot leader in the NSL, always apparent.
Yeah, and you're seeing how active she's been coming off the front. You're a bit of frustration from her and not being able to connect with that. But it's a good idea, and it's funny, Signa, I asked Coach Peterson when we spoke with her, what really sets DB apart, the fact that she's been able to consistently stay at the top of the leaderboard in goals. And, she just mentioned that it's the fact that she has so much variety in her play, and she's able to score with her left foot and her right foot. She scores on set pieces with her head. She also scores laying down. So definitely a player that has a nose for goal and can find the back of the net if you even give her an inch of space.
And we haven't seen Montreal give her much of a sniff today at goal. Fridland to Chu. Chu tried to release her, but Haley Whitaker all over it.
It's well read by Whitaker.
Some substitutions for the Montreal Roses. And we'll see the debut of Chloe Minas coming into the match for Claire Monyard. Tell you a little bit more about Minas in just a minute. We'll get that other substitution. Julia Lee's back in the lineup for Stephanie Hill. Julia Lee's injured back on May 25th in a 1-1 draw against Ottawa. This is her first action back since then.
She's someone that played a huge role for Montreal in the beginning of the season and really holding things down in that back line.
It's been a long recovery for Julia Lees to get back in the lineup. Back in that center back role. First touch of the ball. Sprayed wide. Gibson. Bilbo. Minas.
Look at Julia again.
Penko going up the pitch. And Harris will let that run.
Ottawa doing well to keep the ball and just continue to keep it moving, causing Montreal to chase a little bit. You're also seeing with the insertion of Minas, Hess moving forward a little bit, playing higher up the pitch. I'm excited to see what she can bring to this Montreal side. We know that she is a player that has a lot of quality, so I'm excited to see her help Montreal in this last spell of games.
Fridland. So some positional adjustments for both teams. You mentioned Allie Hess up there, sort of looking like she's playing a 9. Not really, but has played attacking roles in her career. She's been servicing more as a 6, a holding midfield role for Montreal, but she can play sort of that typical box-to-box midfielder that you see. Here's Belzile. Holds up, still looking to go 1v1. Gets the cross in! Almost looked like it was curling to the far post. Fridlin now, punched away by Karpenko. The shot on goal by Benatti over top. But some real threatening crosses, starting by Belzile.
We spoke about the quality that Belzile has all game long, and you're seeing it on full display here. She continues to drive end line, gets this ball across. It does look like it's curling in, Signa. I have the same reaction as you, and then Fridlin's getting that in. You see Pridham trying to get on that, and then Benatti just skying it that last minute, but she's there. She's in the right spot to create another dangerous opportunity. So well done by Ottawa to get numbers in the box and create dangerous chances.
25 minutes to play at TD Place Stadium. Still 0-0 between Ottawa and Montreal. Two rivals tied in the standings. Ottawa in 3rd by virtue of their goal differential. Identical records, 8-6-4 this season. Hess isn't going to get away with that one.
There's definitely a shirt pull there.
Pace picking up. Coming from an offside position.
We're seeing in the last few minutes, Signa, Ottawa really controlling the play in their favor, and that was something that Coach Peterson wanted heading into this match, because the last time they met, she felt they had a good defensive showing, and that's what helped them win the game. But they didn't live on the ball as much as she typically is used to and dominating in that run of play. So you're seeing a bit of that shift when they are in possession and how they're controlling it into their favor.
Belzile. Liv Scott with the overlapping run. Minas. It's back to Karpenko. Here for Montreal and Haley Whitaker. Bilbao. Oh, tried to spring Thibault. No nonsense.
Be sure to get that one out.
Whitaker's been battling on this right flank today, no matter who the winger is for Ottawa. Harris. Showing a bit of her quality with the ball. Does give the ball away, and free kick to Montreal Roses.
We're already seeing that physical battle between Friedland and Whitaker on the flank.
Stay up, ladies, stay up!
Karpenko. Nice start through Lees.
Short time that Venus has been on, you can see her IQ and how she's finding those gaps and really trying to occupy that space to get on the ball and be an outlet, whether they're building from the back or the ball is out on the flank, and she's finding and breaking that line to be able to help her team move forward, if not to recycle and start again.
Fridland pokes it away from Whitaker. Is this an opportunity? Fridland was looking for Pridham. Maybe could have had a go at goal herself.
She should have taken that with her left foot and went herself, struck it from distance, taken that extra touch to set herself up a little bit better. But you see it here. She continues to dribble forward. She goes with her right foot, but Capadona is just too far from her where she would have been able to get something dangerous off of that. Pridham fully occupied, as we expect.
Fridland delivers. Far post, and Karpenko had to be on her toes.
Well,
another corner kick.
Karpenko's come up big a few times on these set pieces and really just making sure to get her hand on it and get it out of the danger zone. She does well there.
And it'll be Johanna Fridland again. Norwegian native looking for a target. And here comes Whitaker. Whitaker's got some space. She's got Cherim trying to get by Harris, gets the shot off. Dagenet, point blank.
Well done by Whitaker. She gets that ball, collects it, drives forward, finds Cherim, who we know can hit it and score a banger. We've seen her do it. Some craftiness from her, and she strikes us on goal, but Dagenet does well to keep this out of the back of the net. But again, just the quality of Cherim, and you're seeing those quick feet and that quick release and strike.
Across. Out of bounds for goal kick. Just under 20 minutes to play. Still scoreless at TD Place Stadium. In this fifth match of the season. Fifth and final match of the season, I should say, because 5 meetings per team. Montreal has the advantage with 2 wins over the Ottawa Rapid. But the Rapid won the last meeting 2-0 back on August 16th.
There's a reason that they're so tight in the standings and that they're equal, and it's just that goal differential that's separating them. Both these teams have such quality, both defensively as well as offensively. So it's no surprise right now that we're sitting at 0-0. I would say it's still been a very even matchup for the most part.
Both very organized teams. Like to play out of the back. Like to be patient. Sauvé, Minas. Minas, it's by Gibson. Gilbo over top was looking for Boychuk. Goes to Dagenet.
Once again, seeing that work ethic from Minas and her IQ and finding those gaps and getting on the ball. So far playing and making an impact for this Montreal side when she has come in.
Substitutions coming to the match. About 15 minutes left to play. We'll see if these players can make an impact. Hold your horses. So it's the fourth official. So Laurie Thibault coming out for Noémie Paquin. And Charlotte Bilbao coming out for Felicia Roy. Paquin making her 19th appearance of the season. Started 13 games. And also service off the bench. Look to provide a little spark here. Still looking for her first goal contribution of the season, Noémie Paquin. These blocks will go all the way back to Karpenko. Called for the foul on Minas.
Some good defending by her. Regardless of the foul, that back press and doing the work as a striker to come back and defend is not something you commonly find in a lot of those top goal scorers. So it is great, and it just shows the work ethic of Pridham and the determination of her from on both sides of the ball.
Paquin first touches. Finds Cherim. Cherim and Shu had each other again. A nice slip ball through to Boychuk. Boychuk cuts it back. Oh! Ali Hess, look at the smile. She tried a little flick-de-doo.
She might have caught Dajme off guard there a little bit. It's a great build-up play.
First touches for her. Former Canadian Youth International Felicia Roy, just 19 years old. Minas. Long high ball, chested down by Boychuk. Not out of trouble, Whitaker. Whitaker, shot on goal. That's a nice shot, just over the bar.
We're going back to this one. This was a great slip ball through to Boychuk. She gets this ball across. Ali Hess with a little bit of craftiness there, thinking she's going to get the meg off, and then Whitaker comes back and strikes this from distance, and you love the bravery. You want to try it. We've seen her do it. She strikes that with her left foot, just isn't able to get her body over top of it to keep it down.
Desiree Scott coming out of the match. Melanie Forbes in. And Kayla Adamek also into the match. So some insertions here for Ottawa, trying to find a spark here. Try and earn 3 points at home. While the Roses trying to do the same on the road. And Hess has it. Cherim. Wah thought about firing. Tight play by the Roses. Minas. Sauvé, Wah. And we'll reset they were looking very direct there for a moment. Pressing Ottawa. And now Ottawa in transition. Adamek. Give and go, Cherim. Back to Capadona. Wall gives it away. Chu, the shot, curling, hits the post. And deep breath for the Roses. That was the best chance of the game.
Karpenko once again coming up and keeping that out of the back of the net. Big save there from her.
Chu again. Tackled from behind by Tanya Boychuk. And this is a dangerous position for the Ottawa Rapid. Boychuk earning a yellow card. Take a look, another look at that chance from Chu.
This is a poor giveaway by Hua, and then you see Chu take that strike, and we've seen her smack a ball before, Signa, so this is I'm not shocked. It's no surprise that she's able to hit it from there. But again, Karpenko coming up big.
Just got a little bit of a touch on it to make sure it hit the woodwork. Karpenko organizing her wall, getting things set here. Banati, and we talked about the Whistler and that ability from outside, that shot from distance. Looks like she's on the ball and she's focused. I don't think there's any doubt she's going for goal here. Banati, the shot, and Karpenko again, maybe off the mark, but assuredly puts that to the side. Corner kick.
She was ready and she was aware. If it was coming at her, she wasn't letting it go into the back of the net. I think it might have taken a deflection. Oh, maybe not. But Karpenko does well to ensure that there was no danger out of that.
Fridland. Time winding down in the second half. Again, Karpenko's got a hand on it. So Anna Karpenko, back after missing a few games with a concussion, has stepped up. Raw again losing the ball. Chu. Closed down. Whitaker forcing her back all the way to Harris. Chu cross in the box, didn't curl enough for it to be a threat.
But that's a perfect moment, Signa, to point out that you have to close that down earlier. There's no reason that she should have so much time and space to be able to send that ball into the box.
Sauvé freeing Hess. Hess having a look. Cherim had to pull back. Hess. The cross in! Paquet covered by Scott. So some chances here for the Montreal Roses. And Ali Hess, who's pushed up into more of an attacking midfield role, created that.
And you see her creative mind working when she gets the ball. Her first objective is to really look at someone that's making that run off of her. And she does that. She finds that patience aspect that is needed in a true 10. But also has that bite to her attack when it's needed. Paquin, unfortunately, not able to get to that one.
Passois tried to cut across again. Ball taken away, Banati. Fridland. This combination there with Adamek. Fridham giving chase to Capadona. Karpenko pumps that up the pitch. Forward mindset. So 5 minutes and change here to play. Still a 0-0 draw between Ottawa and Montreal. Couple chances coming in this second half for both teams.
And you're hearing Coach Rossitoyu on the sideline yelling to have that forward mindset. And there's a few times, Signa, we've looked at each other, thinking that they should continue to go forward, but they went backwards. And when they are creating those opportunities you're seeing there, it's forced forward, and they're getting rid of it. They're not creating anything from it. But in the moments where they are patient and they pick their moments and they make their runs, we're seeing them create dangerous opportunities.
Almost like you have them backed in, so keep that pressure on.
Absolutely.
Holland moving up to Pridham. Chests it down to Sauvé. Boychuk. 1v1. Sauvé cutting the cross in, and it's going to go out for a corner kick. So Montreal, late opportunity.
This is a big opportunity for them.
Different corner, different taker, Melly. Yeah. Guys. Hey! It's coming in, guys. Easy on your marks here. Hey, swingers. Okay, there's a lot of people here, okay? Just be careful. That's the play. Look down, watching everyone.
And Noemi Paquin on this corner. Drives it in. And Desjardins punched it away with some contact in the box, so referee Anne-Marie Canuel slows that down.
This was a great delivery in by Paquin. You see it here, it automatically tests Desjardins, but a bit of contact on her.
So final minutes of this fifth and final meeting between these two teams. Sitting third and fourth in the standings. Just above that playoff line. Top four teams make the playoffs. 7 games remaining on the season. Whitaker opens up. Sharon. Push the back, goes down. Sauvé tangled up. Chu. Minas. Tackles. Paquin turning, pushing forward. Paquin has some space. Tried to slide it through, and a timely foot there by Ottawa. Minas in her debut today. Sauvé's cross here by Holland.
You're seeing it back to back there. That final action just letting them down. They do all the work just for that final pass to not come through, or that decision to take too long. We're still lacking that preciseness that's needed in the final third.
Fans at TD Place trying to push their team. Just a minute left. We'll see what added time says. Megan Sauvé coming in, sliding a pass in through Paquin. Paquin cuts it back. Adamek clears it. Minas, Montreal native, excited to debut for her home club, a transfer signing. push that over top of the bar. Waugh took that on the bounce, and that was right on target.
She said, yeah, I'm trying this. That was a brave and audacious attempt, but she does well. Strikes that well. Forces Dagenais to have to come up big for her side.
Chu coming out of the match. Emily Amano coming in for the Rapid. 25-year-old from Ottawa, her 5th appearance of the season. And will be asked to defend right away. 4 minutes of added time. And it begins now with this Paquin corner. Short. Just rolled over the foot of Sauvé.
It's those little actions. They need to be clean. They need to be precise if you're going to want to create dangerous opportunities.
Lees forward. Earns the corner kick. So Montreal pressing here. Again, it'll be Paquin on the corner. Added time. Paquin goes diagonal to Hess. Drives that in right to the arms of Dagenais. And who's going to go quickly up the pitch? Right now, both teams picking up a point from this game, but you have a feeling with a few of these late chances, might we see a goal?
All I know is every time I've said we're going to see goals, we don't, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut and just hope for the best.
Benatti forcing Whitaker back. Capadonna drives it up the pitch. And it's Hess. Holland clears it, but only to Paquin. Some trouble bouncing around in the box. Lees brings it down. Amano.
Has to be better there by Lees. Can't just be kicking the ball into nobody, especially as the clock dwindles down. Points are important at this point in the season, and goals specifically when you're looking at these two teams in the table.
So 3 minutes of added time gone.
Forward when you can. That's okay. I'm not going to say it again. The substitute have to come up.
Capadonna pushing it forward. Hess trying to get a foot on it.
Harris doing well there. Does not allow Hess to get in front of her.
Benatti has some space. Has two players. One of them is Pridham. Pridham looking for a target. Has Fridland. Pridham wanting to go herself. And into the arms of an awaiting Karpenko. Time about to run out here. Benatti. Adamek is trying to find a breaking Amano. Capadonna's got to be careful. Pridham has a shot. Not much on it. Karpenko's got it. And there's a whistle. 0-0 is that's how it finishes. The final meeting of the season between Montreal and Ottawa. Clean sheets for Karpenko and Dagenet, but they were tested later in that second half.
They both came up huge for their side. You saw Karpenko quite a few times making massive saves. Dagenet making a few later in the game. Overall, 2 really good performances from the goalkeepers. I think the scoreline really depicts what happened in this game today, Signa. We saw moments where both teams could have been better and more precise in the final third and connecting that final pass, but there was also some phenomenal build-up from both of them, whether that was because of great movement off the ball or a good individual effort. So overall, the scoreline really depicts what we saw, and pretty exciting game.
Well, there were some opportunities in this match, and whether it was this blistering one from Claire Monyard.
Thought she was going to get her first one. That's what Rossitoyu has been mentioning to us.
Karpenko had to be on her toes.
Absolutely, and that was a series of times that she had to come out. 3 chances for Ottawa on that exact play. Cheram with some craftiness, strikes this well. Dagenet keeping it out of the back of the net. And then this one as well, nice slip ball through. I thought that Ali Hez was going to have that Meg. Giveaway here, Chu does well to strike this again. Karpenko making sure that that's not going into the back of the net. This off target by Benatti, but again ensuring that there's no danger there. Good delivery in by Paquin. Dagenet coming out huge for them.
And that late one from Raw was a real surprising one. Okay, so there's a look at the final statistics, and we know the score. It's 0-0, and it's pretty much dead even in terms of the stats.
Yeah, and even when you look at total shots, 14 and 11, shots on target, Montreal 5, Ottawa 3. Overall, a very even matchup.
Well, we've got another Super Saturday coming up for you. That's next weekend, September 13th. We've got the Tides and the Rapid, AFC Toronto and Vancouver, and the Calgary Wild and the Montreal Roses. Well, both of these teams put on a show at TD Place Stadium, but it was 0-0, points for everyone. These two teams so close in the standings. Well, you've been watching the NSL presented by BMO, the official bank of the Northern Super League. You saw a 0-0 draw, but lots of chances for each team, and maybe a playoff preview? We'll have to see about that. For Jess Lisi, myself, Signa Butler, and our entire crew here, thanks for watching us today on CBC Gem, and we hope to see you next weekend for Super Saturday.